Hello, today I'm going to be talking about week 7 of the FMP. This is a big one. So, basically, on the Monday, we have arrived at the week of Solent. So, pretty much, I don't think I mentioned it, but Lucas, unfortunately, couldn't make it to Solent, which is no issue. Callum, graciously decided to step in, which I was really happy for. I gave him my bass and I said to him, use mine, it's not great, but it'll do. And he was like, yeah, sure. He cleaned it up. Still haven't got it back yet, but that's because I've been meaning to go over there at some point. I might actually do that. Never mind. And yeah, he bought his own bass basically. This 5-string gorgeous bass that cost him about 300 quid. But anyway, we picked the songs and we were like, right, we're going to do Hit Me Up, Poor Aces in the Way, which are our 3 best songs. I will agree with that, personally. And then, yeah, that's what we spent the entire day doing. Well, the entire morning, anyway. Spent the entire morning going over it. And I have to say, it was weird playing the way, for the simple fact that we haven't actually practiced it or played it live yet. So it was a very interesting experience. Afternoon, Gabe had to practice with Bears and Bindles. So that was Luca and Gabe gone. And then I did some work on, what did I just, I finished a PowerPoint. No, it wasn't music theory. That's it. I finished the social analytics PowerPoint, I believe. And just got that finished and touched up and got that sorted and added some stuff to my research log. And that was Monday. Tuesday was relatively similar. In the morning, we practiced the set. Now, thing I have to say was, Poor Aces and Any More. Poor Aces and Hit Me Up. I could play those all day, every day. I played them so many times. I could probably do it with my eyes closed with a guaranteed level of accuracy. To be fair, including the way as well, I'll be honest. Because originally, we were going to do it for a project. We'll go do that for the project where we release a single, but then we were like, nah, let's release another one. So then we release more songs. But there's just like cringe. The song we wrote was arse. But anyway, so practice a set. Honestly, it's coming together really well, and the way sounds a lot better than what I thought it would. So yeah, I'm very proud of that. Then we have, so Tuesday in the afternoon, Ed came in, checked if we were ready and whatnot, and gave us the basic rundown of what's happening and where it's happening. And yeah, I just spent the entire day doing coursework. Touched up some things here and there, and then I decided on doing basically me and we spent the time working out, okay, what we're gonna wear for Shinefest, and we came up with a bunch of ideas. Nothing stuck except jorts. I said it as a joke. I said, oh yeah, what if we just go out in jorts and Hawaiian shirts? And then Gabe was like, yeah, because that's basically what he wears for gigs anyway. And then Luca was like, yeah. And then Alyssa was like, yeah. So I've kind of screwed myself over here now, because I'm going from, playing in a fully black suit in gigs to now going out in front of 2,000 people, making a debut almost in jorts and pardon my French, jorts and a fucking t-shirt. But hey, I can't complain. I made the joke, and I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing now. Anyway, Wednesday. The day of Solent. So we went down to met, met Ed at college at 9:30 and walked down to the train station. Got on a train around 10-ish, 10:30, and got to Solent University at around 12-ish. It was a beautiful day, by the way. Is one thing I have to premise. It was an absolutely gorgeous day. Almost like the first day of spring, I'll be honest with you. And yeah, so we had to wait around a bit because they weren't ready for us to do our sound checks yet. So when we were ready, we were taken in, and oh my God, my expectations were blown so far out of the water, they were in space. Like, I was expecting some crappy little stage, you know, maybe 1 or 2 lights. Nah, they had a fully elevated stage, right, with an LED screen background that you could put your band's logo onto, right? They had extreme levels of lighting, like just these massive lights hung on these like metal scaffold beams, and then you had like basically a TV crew like recording the whole thing. It was absolutely insane. So we did a sound check, and turns out we were on first. And it turns out the people really, really liked us. Now, I have to preface, we didn't win. We don't know what place we came, but we didn't win. Which sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, then there were 2 judges. One was a songwriter who worked with Pink Floyd and knew Nick Mason personally, and that's insane. But then again, never mind. So we, you know, we had to sit through a lot of the acts, and some of them I found really interesting. Like there was this one. Now you'll have to forgive me because I cannot remember the names. The whole day was a blur, and halfway through I got a migraine that could kill a horse. Anyway, so there was some bands I liked. The band that came on after gave a very Florence and the Machine type feel. There was this great 70s style band that played Mercy, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. It was absolutely banging. There were some not so great acts, like these guys who did Arctic Monkeys. They did Arabella, and instead of having a guitar doing the do-do-do-do-do, they had a violin, which I thought was a very unique touch, and I thought that was rather good. You had, but yeah, overall, to sum up the experience, I was very, very happy. Yes, I was a bit upset on the way back, you know, because we didn't win. But in the grand scheme of things, it was awesome. It was genuinely awesome. And yeah, as I said, some of the comments that these people gave to us was like, yeah, the songwriting is excellent. I could see you guys headlining. That is the best opener we've had in this thing ever, you know, all these crazy things. And I have to say, I'm glad we got those compliments, because it's very much like a validation. Well, not validation, it's a confirmation that our work is good. Right? Not because, like, I never doubted that our work was any good, because if something wasn't good, we wouldn't have released it, except for choices, which I really think we need to take off Spotify. But anyway, but yeah, it's confirmation that we have good music. Like, coming from these massive professionals who must make millions and millions of pounds a year. But anyway, yeah. So at the end of it, you know, got our stuff, got on a train, got home. That was Wednesday. Thursday. Thursday. Oh yeah, Thursday is when I started to do the microphone. Was when I actually decided to start doing the microphone PowerPoints and stuff. So I basically said to Luca, I was like, yeah, make me a list. Tell me what I need. So he gave me a list. And then we, yeah, and then I started researching different mics. I was like, okay, for this one, we're going to do this. And then for the guitars and bass, we're just going to DI them because I'm lazy. And then I didn't get the drums done because I got distracted by something. This always happens. But we had Scott, and Scott spoke to us about alcohol. He spoke about alcohol. He's just like, yeah, this is how many units is in this. This is how distilleries work and stuff like that. I kind of knew most of that stuff already, except for when he covered units, and by which he means, yeah, you can get alcohol poisoning, or there's a higher chance you're getting alcohol poisoning above 12 units. That's a bottle and a fifth of wine. That's nothing. But anyway, Friday. Stuff actually happened on Friday. We had the photo shoot. I hated it. To sum it up in the shortest way possible, I hated it because, first of all, I don't like having my picture taken. I'm not a massive fan of having my picture taken. So when you're in there for about half an hour, posing like a moron, you kind of, I felt like a dick. And then when I had to come to solo shots, God Almighty, I literally just said, look, tell me what you want and I will do it. Like, because I have no idea. And I think what sucked as well is that all of them, like all the other guys in the band, of course Luca would look good because he did modeling before. He's used to this. Alyssa looked good. Gabe looked good, and he was more nervous than I was, and Callum was good. I just hated it. I really do. But hey, I think it's not me discrediting media's work either. I'd like to point that out, but I just hope the pictures turn out well, man. I hope it's just me being like self-critical. But anyway, that was week 7. Sorry for rambling on so long.